We removed Katie from her car seat, securely buckled her into the stroller, and lovingly tucked her blankie around her little legs. It was a short distance to the medical building where we rode in the elevator in anticipation of our 8-week prenatal appointment. We spoke with Katie of Santa and how he couldn't wait to meet her later that afternoon. We were truly elated that the day of our appointment had finally arrived. It had taken us 5 months of temping and charting to finally conceive. Nichole, we're ready for you. Wow, Katie's getting so big. It was at that same 8-week appointment, nearly 2 years before, that we had heard Katie's first sounds of life. After a year of trying to get pregnant, finally hearing her heartbeat made her so real, so completely ours. And as we sat in that very same room, we were thrilled to have her with us as we prepared to hear her sibling's heartbeat for the first time. Okay, this gel will be a little bit cold, sorry. The moment when the nurse placed Katie onto my chest for the first time, when I felt her warm and wonderfully sticky body, will forever be a pivotal moment in my life. After a difficult pregnancy and 8 weeks of complete bed rest to stave off preterm labor, she was safe and warm, and she was ours. Okay, let's take a listen to this little one's heartbeat. Once Katie got the hang of nursing, I came to treasure those moments that were ours alone. That connection, holding her in my arms, smoothing her downy soft hair, holding her tiny baby girl hands while she looked at me, was a gift beyond measure. I was so eager to experience those early days again, to snuggle our tiny baby while we established our nursing relationship. Sometimes the heartbeat's too quiet to pick up with a fetal Doppler. When Katie was learning to crawl, we enticed her from the rocking position with her favorite pink bunny, placing it just beyond her reach, encouraging her to push herself to get it. That moment, when the lurching turned to crawling, was bittersweet. My beautiful baby somehow, in just an instant, seemed less of a baby. Let me just run and get the sonogram machine. Katie walked at 10 months. Her first tentative steps were taken in our bedroom, with the lure of her grandmother's necklace held just beyond her reach. Once she began walking, there was no stopping her. Our baby, still a baby, but somehow older than her months. I'll be back in just a minute. We've always treasured bedtime. When Katie was small, Craig began the ritual of reading 3 books to her each evening. When they finished their books, I would enter the room. Craig would wish her a good night's sleep, and then I would quietly nurse her before carefully placing her in the crib for the night. Wishing her the sweetest of dreams, I would close the door with one hand and blow kisses with the other, just as Craig and I do to this day. Okay, let's have a look. We always knew that we wanted to have at least one more baby, to give Katie a sibling, to have another baby to love. It finally felt as though the time was right, and we were so eager to see how she would respond to a baby brother or sister. Silence. This family that we've built has filled an emptiness in my heart. This life that we've given Katie and this life that she's given us has brought me a joy and sense of fulfillment beyond measure. Being a part of a traditional family for the first time in my life has been completely amazing. I'm afraid there's no heartbeat. Craig's grip on my hand tightened, and when I looked over at him, seeking his soft eyes through my welling tears, he and Katie blurred into one beautiful family within my reach. I am so terribly sorry. We gathered our things, too pained to know what to say to one another, and too numb to know what to say to ourselves. And we went to see Santa, just as we said we would. In that moment, Katie wouldn't and couldn't know just how tremendous a loss we had suffered, a loss that would remain with us for always. What she did know, what she could feel, was the wonder of this season, the magic that we'd been speaking of for weeks, the love that we had for one another. When you have a toddler, life continues. You can't simply put it on hold while you grieve. So we celebrated Christmas as best we could, finding tremendous comfort in one another. A Christmas of considerable loss and unprecedented sadness, but still Christmas.